welcome back to What's Your Feckin' Problem. We have a very special episode today and our very first guest. Sitting across from me we have Anthony O'Reilly Jeweler. And yeah, thank you. The man, the myth, the legend. There we go. And then, I don't know if I'm going to regret this, but my mother, Sandra Gorman, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for having us in the kitchen, of which I have had to move back into the family home.
Lovely.
And yeah, lovely.
Lovely.
It's been
traumatic.
So nice.
How are you feeling?
How's it been?
Having you back?
Yeah.
Or just this?
Just, well, go on, I'll tell you what.
How have you been? That's a good one.
I'll tell you what, go on. How's it been having me back?
Okay, next question.
No, next question. No, I think it's, you love having me back.
Yeah, it's been great.
It has been good. It has been good. I left at, God, what am I now, 32? I was 32 on Monday.
Yes, you were.
I was 32 on Monday and I left when I was 22.
Damn.
Yeah.
10 years of freedom.
And then I had already moved to Athlone first for college. So I was out for 2 years.
Well,
I was back and forth every weekend to get me washing done and all. Like, you know, like a college student where you're like, I'm free!
Yeah.
But also at the same time you're like, Ma, have you 20 quid?
Do you have 20 quid to swim
yeah,
by?
I know. And like packing her shopping or her
Lunch
clothes,
as well, have you?
and then coming around and presses opened and
Ah, Jesus.
biscuits and crisps.
I was well
What biscuits? What? Potatoes as well.
Have you any meat in there?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
She would like fill my fridge going back. I was spoiled rotten.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. That's a sign of a good mother then as well. Taking
Oh my
care of
God! Now you've finally said, a third party has said it, and now we're on a social media platform. So you're a great mum.
I know.
She knows that while she drinks her tea.
Well, she's like, motherfucker, burn. No, what's the thing
Zoom
from
into that.
fucking CSI? Your man who puts the song. Ow!
We'll put that music in, right? And we'll zoom into you, yeah. Sorry, that as well, yeah.
So this is the Mother's Day ep.
Yes.
And that's all we have my mum on. But we're going to start with a very new segment that Anthony suggested, and you motherfucker jumped on that like ravenous dogs. The segment is called Am I Being Petty? And I love being petty.
Yeah.
I love petty. I love it. Look at her nodding. She was like,
Yeah. From as Caroline's mother.
Where do you think she got it from?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, okay.
Yeah. I'm the eldest daughter. You
Yes.
see, my mum has 2 lads as well.
2 lads.
Yeah.
2 little boys.
2 little boys, 2 little babies. But before we start into the Am I Petty segment, before we get the real kind of nasty stuff into it, I think we should do something sweet and we should do our Mother's Day shout outs.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, so we have a couple of sweet little messages from listeners to their mammies, because this is going to go out on Friday, and they're going to forget to get their ma a present and then be like, actually, listen to a podcast there because I actually had that pre-recorded for you. So they're really thinking ahead.
I went out and got my ma a present last week and I didn't realise that it was like this Sunday.
Oh, did you? You thought it was last Sunday?
I thought it was I did, and I got her shoes and I got her like a card that pops out, it was like a teddy bear and
So
whatever.
have you to go and get something else?
No, that's all she's getting. Sandra. You know what I mean? Yes, my mother's name's Sandra.
And
as
then
well.
my mom's name is Sandra, and
Yeah.
then me and Anthony were like, we're best friends now.
That's it now.
Let's make a podcast.
That's what it
That's
is.
the whole podcast now.
That's the whole
Well,
podcast.
maybe we'll do another one with Battle of the Sandras.
Oh my
That'd be
God,
fun.
if your mom came down.
We have to convince her. We have to convince her.
Absolutely.
I'll
Sandra.
send this clip to her.
Sandra, if you're listening,
Yeah.
please come down and embarrass Anthony, because what you're about to see
Oh, she'll
is
do it.
just, she's going to annihilate me. This woman's... she's going to annihilate me.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch. So we're going to start with... I'm going to start with this one goes out to Shannon. Shannon, happy Mother's Day from Ava and Matthew and your fiance Stephen. Thank you so much for all you do for us. Love you lots.
That's lovely.
Which I think is really nice. That's from Stephen, Ava, Matthew and Stephen. And then we have Rachel.
The first one.
This is Rachel's first Mother's Day.
Oh.
And this is coming from Evie. Evie is 10 months and her partner James, who will probably also forget to get her something. So he's going to panically turn this on.
I think he's I have told him.
Oh, for those of you who don't know, James is my brother.
And I've warned him, so.
Yeah, see, that's a good mom.
There you go.
Mom's looking out for
That's
other
it.
moms.
It just
She was like,
reminds
you
you.
better have something organised.
Yeah.
First is Julie.
Oh, Julie, yes. So, I was actually chatting to Theo, her son. Now, Theo is 3 months old. We were having a good chat there the other day. And he wanted to wish his mammy.
Okay.
Theo actually listens to the podcast in the car
Oh.
when they're going to baby sensory.
Oh no.
No.
Oh.
I don't think he's going to take in a lot of the swears.
Yes. Hopefully not.
As long as
Because
we
we
don't
call.
put him
We,
to sleep.
Don't put him asleep. That's it, as long as we don't put him asleep.
no,
does
we
say-
won't put him asleep.
He
now,
does.
there's
He
no-
does. He does. He does. He comes alive when the podcast comes on.
Yeah, yeah.
So Julie, happy Mother's Day from Theo and her lovely husband Paul,
Lovely.
who love you so much, and thank you so much for all you do for us as well. Right. Okay. I tell you what, Mum. Do you want to kick it off and read the first submission of "Am I Being Petty"? This came in from somebody, and I thought it was absolutely delicious.
When a Karen is being a cunt to me in work, I ask her, is she aware of our over 60s club? Savings club. They could be in their 40, but it sends.
But it sounds them.
That's good.
That is so fucking clever.
That is
Could
petty.
you imagine someone just being an absolute fucking mare? Like you work in retail, I work in retail.
Yes.
Mom, you've had loads of jobs between retail, service industry, and now you are in childcare. But like, I'm sure you've seen your fair share of fucking see you next Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any stories that stick with you?
Yeah, when I was in the hotel
Okay.
industry,
Okay.
and you know, like, really, people do not know when, like, personal space
Yeah.
and in your face
Yeah.
and trying to talk to you, and then you're trying to be polite, saying no, you don't have that, but you had it. Yeah, I know we did, but it's gone. But why haven't you got it? Because
Because everyone else ate it before you, you dumb fuck. What do you want me to
and
say?
you're trying to be nice, you're trying to be polite,
Yeah.
and you just want to say,
You want to call them?
You wanna call them.
You want to call
Do
them?
you remember your man who kept clicking at you? You're working in
Oh,
the same.
stop.
She works in the
yeah,
same
yeah.
hotel. I swear to God.
Nah,
she came
someone
out.
clicked on me.
It was
That's game
no
over.
like
Oh,
this,
that's game
like
over.
this. Game
That's
over.
game over. Yeah.
game over.
She
and
was
you
wor-
just keep walking by.
She was walking by. I'll never forget. It was like one of the GA matches were on. So like you were in bar food, were you?
No, I think we were all in the restaurant.
Was it the restaurant and there was
Yeah,
something
and
on?
Leon came in and he kept, and I just
Oh.
stopped, and I just turned around and I was looking, and I was like this, and
He kept clicking.
Oh,
my
magic.
mum was going. I said, he was going like, what the fuck is she doing?
She doing, yeah.
And I went, oh sorry, I thought your dog was here. I thought that's what you were clicking.
Oh, very good response.
Yeah, oh, no,
Very
that's
good
petty. That's
response.
good. That's
Very
really
good
good response.
Very good
She was like,
response.
"That's the way I call my dog, so I wouldn't naturally. I just assumed you were clicking for
Very
a
good
dog."
response. Why do people feel the need that they can act like that towards someone, like, and especially clicking?
Yeah.
Is it because they know that they're in a work environment and they're able to, like, some people like that?
They think they are better because you are serving them.
Oh, that
Is that your opinion?
That riles me up.
Yeah.
Do you think that? Do you think
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I do. I don't think
Have-
everybody thinks that,
But
but certain individuals.
you've seen your fair share.
The way people would you say it's the way people act like that, and when they grow up, do you think it's the way they're raised?
Yeah.
It would
Oh,
be.
definitely.
It's down to the
Yeah.
the parenting then as
Like,
well.
like, yeah, I don't mind someone signalling you and they
check.
check.
Get
Yeah.
Bill.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's,
That's-
that's
And then
real.
you walk
That's actually
down,
really
you're
cool.
you're putting it in your little folder, and as you go to hand it to them, they're like that.
Oh, and they don't look at you.
Don't look at you with with their
Yeah.
credit card,
Yeah.
and
That also bugs the shit out of me.
Oh, stop.
like take it, go back. Sometimes if they have to sign or whatever, they just need a signature there.
Yeah.
They don't look at you. They don't even look at what they're signing. They just and keep talking.
So you could literally put any amount down.
It's.
I
I
would.
think it's them thinking.
Nice tip.
Yeah.
I think it's them thinking. I can afford this.
Oh, stop.
I don't need to look at it. I don't. You're here to serve me,
Yeah.
and that's what I think.
From your opinion, right, of being a mother, right, what do you think someone like that, like what for someone to act like that, what you think that person was like a parent raising them? Is it neglect maybe a bit? Neglect maybe a bit too much?
It's entitlement.
Do you think so?
They think they're told from a young age, silver spoon in their mouth, kind of like that.
Yeah. Probably never told no as well.
Like,
Yes. Oh Jesus.
So never been told no. And no is a full sentence.
Like,
Mom, you had no problem saying no.
we've worked in that industry. And I suppose because you've worked in it, you would never treat someone
No.
in a restaurant.
No, and that's
we have
on
people
empathy.
That's
on empathy.
The left and breadth of the country, and we wouldn't do anything. Like, well, I would hope that he wouldn't.
Well, no, God, no. Like I was in the service industry for 10 years. I ran a salon, and then two of your sons. One is a diesel mechanic for Mercedes. He's a HGV mechanic, and the other one is doing his apprenticeship in the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And and now I'm going back. I'm in the middle of my third degree.
Yeah.
You know, like to rate, and that all she done that off your own back. My ex still has to pick up some of his stuff, so I left it out in the spare room so the cat would piss on them.
That's mad.
That's good. I like that.
Depends on what the person done.
I don't give a shit.
No, because you can't just do it for no reason.
No, because look, it's not working. I'm going to go and left stuff here.
That's petty. That's very petty.
Oh, that's bad. I love the way the two of you guys are being really diplomatic, and I've got a beaming smile on my
What
face.
I would say there's all your stuff.
Yeah.
Like you had 47 pairs of socks there, 2 underpants and whatever.
Yeah. Fold them and
It's all
everything.
there. But I would cut a hole in all the socks.
That's better than the cat pissing on it.
And ball them back up so that he thinks
He
so
doesn't
every
know.
morning he opens them, there would be a hole in his sock.
That's petty now, isn't
I
it?
just want
Queen.
Yeah.
One sock. Oh yeah, that's a whole. The thing about men is he would wear that sock until his whole fucking out the fucking.
Because think
front.
about it, right? Just think about it, yeah? Cat pits on it, he just washes them, continues on with his life. You cut holes in socks, you're going to have to go buy new socks.
Yeah.
You're going to spend more money.
Yeah.
Depends on how. I've seen lads literally wear the same socks though, like for days.
I wouldn't know. I'm more of a
No,
new
you're a
socks,
man.
new sick socks every day.
You're new six every day.
New socks every day.
Yeah,
New
it's from
socks.
South Africa.
New socks every day now.
I love that. I would 100. If I had a cat and I was like, yeah, I've given stuff back to exes, and I should have pissed on them myself.
I wouldn't let my dogs do that because I look highly of my dogs.
Oh, Penny and
I wouldn't let them go on something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Get away from the dirty things. They belong to us.
exactly.
You are.
But that's petty.
good.
That's petty.
Do you want to read the next one? I think this a guy sent this in.
Oh,
So.
during the Euro 2016, we were all in the pub and there was 8 of us around.
In around.
In around.
He
He was the last one to pay around, but left the pub before they could pay the round.
Oh, so he skipped
Is this
out.
a tongue twister?
No, he skipped out on his round
skipped
before.
out.
So like if we're all in a round,
Yeah.
and then before he
Just
didn't
as it
comes to your round, and then we all
I
fuck
have
off.
to go.
You all fuck off, so you all leave the pub
So you're after getting 4 pints
for free.
for free.
And you haven't bought your mates back a pint. So he's left,
Well, he's left, right?
right?
The traffic was that bad he couldn't get a taxi, and he came back into the pub, went up to the bar, and the bar.
And bought himself a drink. So he goes to leave, comes back. I was like, oh,
I
can't
didn't say,
oh, here lads, I'll buy you a drink.
or look, I've.
That's it. That's cheap. That's cheap.
That's cheap.
When he went back to the toilet, we all put our flute into his pint and watched him drink it.
Maybe he wasn't going. Maybe he just didn't want
That
to buy the drink
is.
and left and then came back and knew that the drink would be bought. He'd only have to buy himself one.
Oh my God, do you think he left and done that whole, oh, can't
How
get a
long
taxi?
was he in the jacks that they all got to put the flutes in there though?
Well, like, it depends, it must have been a busy pub. So I think the second one is
He's probably in taking his money out of his shoe.
to pay for his singular pint at the fucking bar.
It all fell out the hole in his sock.
He's there scrambling for change going, no, my millions. The lads are all there wanking into his pint.
Oh my God.
She's my mother. Why are you putting your head down? She is 18.
Is she?
Yes!
No way! I thought she was 14 or something.
Anna, sorry, we have a little producer over here on this episode who is here to cooperate on our mystery topic, and she made our gorgeous little FYP dope.
Yes.
That is, I'm going to tag her.
We shout her up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the page. Malu Meyerhofer, which is a German name because
So here on the
Anna.
screen.
Yeah, we're going to be putting
Let's see
it
an
right
edit.
here. It's going to be right here on the screen. That is a cheap motherfucker.
That is a cheap motherfucker. And I think putting your penis in the drink is a bit too extreme.
Do you?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'd have dang
Of course. I just came down and get him to pay for it.
No.
I wouldn't put me penis in another man's drink.
Would you teabag it though?
I'm doing that. I'm not putting my
penis.
I don't know what his mouth was like. Do you know what I mean? So if you put the penis in there, you don't know what you're going to catch.
I've just realised in the middle of this conversation, I have what did you just say?
Just imagine all the calls.
We're back.
Hello.
We're back. We're still here with my mom. She hasn't grounded either of us, and she said She said if we do a really good job, that can we get takeaway after this?
No, you have lollipop.
How many times have you been grounded? No,
How many times have I been grounded?
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually easier to count the times I wasn't.
Yeah. It's like a prison.
It got to the stage.
Yeah.
James grounded himself.
Go on.
Oh my God, tell the story. It's so good.
Yeah.
He was 7. He was the last class to get his first communion in first class.
Oh yes.
And every second Sunday we had to bring them to mass. And well, every Sunday we had to bring them to mass. Every second Sunday his dad was on call.
Oh yes.
So
Okay.
when his dad was there and we'd go to mass, he'd sit there like the little choir boy that he was.
Angel, my
angle.
my angle.
And he was fine. But the minute his dad wasn't there,
He would
we
act
would
up.
get into mass, get in on our seat, sit down, and the priest would come out on the altar and he'd go, I have to go to the toilet. And we'd have to do a big walk around the church.
Yeah.
And I used to get out, go down the side, across, and back up the side.
Do not make a scene in mass.
And he'd come up like, oh
altar.
Lord, up.
I have returned.
And so as soon as we came out of mass, his dad rang me. He said, oh, I'm finished that job. I'm heading back through town. So he said, I'll call up and have a cup of tea. And I went, yeah, grand. You're going to have a word with this fella. He's started again in mass. So that was fine. I arrived, walked in, and his dad walked in behind. So
Bolted straight up the
he went
stairs.
upstairs.
Like a greyhound.
And
Straight
next thing,
up.
all you heard was, he said, well, what do you, I said, the minute, as I went in, had no arse on the seat, went, oh, I have to go to the toilet, and up and down, like, as though he had a...
What are you doing touching like someone's dad?
So,
Shocking.
next thing,
Little rat.
Shock about little rat.
Little rat bag.
James, get down here now. And next thing it was, it's all right, Dad, I have to ground myself for 2 weeks.
And then turned around and closed the door.
Closed the door. And his father looked at me, and he went, what the fuck do I say to
Yeah.
that?
How can you not laugh at that? Like,
Like, you
Yeah.
know.
Piss in your...
Right, and no PlayStation either.
oh, you had to add something.
Yeah,
To show that you're in the
really.
charge there.
It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, to show you're in charge. Yeah.
It's all right. He was like, he's like, I'm B. He said, I'm not even going to listen
if
to you.
I go down,
I'm going to
I
say,
might get
I'm going to save us both the argument. You've had a long day in work. I've had a long day in mass. I'm grounded. You sit down, have your dinner. I'm already in bed. You know what I mean? Like,
That's very responsible of him. Think about it.
he's the only one out of all three of us who's a
I've never
parent.
heard a child
Yeah.
ground themselves.
So we are going to Mexico. But first of all, I want to ask you something. Have you both seen the film Taken?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've not seen it, but I heard the quote.
You have not seen the movie?
No, but I've seen the quote.
You know the whole thing?
I've never seen it. No.
Okay, we have to pause the podcast. Mom's going to make
It's
a
fucking taking their time with the fucking things.
This is basically the true story of that.
Oh.
And it's about a mother who avenges her daughter.
Oh, damn.
So today, it's my mom's like, yeah, it's me. she's secretly the
Surprise.
Surprise, I have a movie coming in. No, today we are talking about a woman called Miriam Elizabeth Rodriguez. She is a mother and an avenger, and this is her story. Okay, so we are going to take it to the quiet town of San Fernando, Mexico, back in 2012. Okay, so not that long ago. Alrighty. There was a knock on the door, Miriam's at home, and it turns out that her daughter had been kidnapped by the Mexican cartel in the town.
Wow.
Okay. So in San Fernando, it was really common for the local cartel to, you know, protect businesses. You'd pay them money to protect businesses and stuff like that or whatever, and they would make small petty crime by taking ransom. They would kidnap families someone from a family where they had working parents, where they had money, and they would hold a ransom for them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, the kidnap victim was never given back, and this was the case for Miriam's daughter Karen. So she'd been taken, and the men that rang her this day wanted thousands from her.
Bless you.
Oh my God, my mum got really emotional. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. So they promised to keep Karen safe, and they would give her back for, I can't actually find the exact amount that the original ransom was for. And she did. She came up with the money, and Karen was never given back.
Oh.
And unfortunately then Karen's remains were found on a ranch outside of town. I think it was, they eventually found stuff that belonged to Karen in her car. Her mum had given her a pillow, which is like a common quinceañera gift. Like when you're 15, you get like a pillow with your name on it and whatever. And she kept this in her truck. And when the cops were investigating a bust in a cartel den, there was like wallets, personal items from kidnap victims, and Karen's pillow was in it. So they knew that she had been through here. And then later, when there was an excavation, they had to get a warrant. And they did find bones and remains. They found like a femur and something like that. When the DNA was run, it did show to be Karen. So obviously heartbroken, Miriam goes to the police, because that's the one rule. If you are already messing with the cartel, you do not get the police involved.
Yeah, no.
So she's like, fuck you guys, I'm going to the police.
Yeah.
And the police do fucking nothing. They're like,
They're
we're not going up against the cartel. We're not going. They're like, how about now?
Yeah.
So sorry for you. But we're scared. They were like, we aren't scared. I don't know what Mexican police sound like.
That's a good
We aren't scared, senor.
They were probably paying the cartel.
That's what it is.
That is actually probably true. A lot of these cops were in the pocket. The cartel was in their pockets. So they got like way with shit like this all the time.
I should say the cartel were paying them.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
for their silence, and the whole town quietly moved on. But Miriam was like, I think the fuck not.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? So she starts small, okay? She starts gathering names. She goes undercover in a nursing home, little wig and all, and gets herself a little fake ID, because there was a little nana. That nona is Italian. A little nana, little Spanish, little Mexican nana.
Little burrito.
Little tiny burrito nana.
That's okay. No.
She's like, no. She's like, no, that's actually not okay.
Burritos are nice.
We haven't. Do you know like the way some teams have intimacy coordinators?
Yeah.
We have like an ethical.
We have,
consultant.
yeah. And then she does this.
She's like,
Di nada.
do you know what I mean? You're welcome.
Is that Spanish or something? Is it? Or di nada is welcome.
You're welcome.
I didn't even know that.
Anyway, she's in the nursing home. There is a little nanny, and one of the cartel members loves his nanny, and he goes in and visits out, and she's getting names. And eventually she does get names, and she gathers enough faces, patterns, and she disguises herself as a health worker, sometimes a government official, and she stalked. Once she got into the cartel group, she got each of their individuals' names. She spent months stalking them one by one, and she waited outside of their homes. So she would catch one of them, and what she does is she watches them for about 2 weeks. She learns their whole routine, what time they go to bed, where they have their coffee, what time they take a piss at. And she waits for them outside their home when they're in the middle of their morning routine, and she shoots them dead on their fucking lawn.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
One by one. So
I would have shot the nana.
Cold ass motherfucker. Did you?
I would have killed the nanny
You'd have killed his nanny.
to get.
Oh my God, is my mum and auntie writing this? Oh my God, I wonder could we get the rights to the movie of this? Write that down! Write that down! You would have shot the nana?
I would have put a pillow and boom.
Just straight over the nana's head and be like, I'm coming for you. You took my baby and I'm coming for you.
Then I would have wrapped her up like a burrito.
And I would have said,
Is that okay?
You're next.
Stop harassing her.
I'm not, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I would have left a note going, you're next.
You're next.
Oh, shit.
I would have been like,
And left.
hey Anna, what is Spanish for you're next? How do you say you're next?
La próxima o lo próximo.
La próximo.
Le Proximo.
She'd have been like, La próxima, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Got it. Like, you're next. I'm coming for you.
Because if he loved
El
his-
El Proximo.
He loved.
yeah, I would have let him feel how I felt when I lost my daughter.
I was, yeah. I thought yeah.
Next one,
good, very good.
she found, worked as a front of a flower shop. He was just like, oh, this is my flower shop. And he's actually cartel.
Yeah.
So she walks in on a busy day after watching his orders coming in and out, watching the cartel working in and out of the back, in the middle of a rush hour. Walks in, ding, 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 little bell, hello, I want some flowers. And he turns around and she shoots him right between the fucking eyes.
Oh.
Oh, do you know I would have waited? I would have ordered a wreath. And when I went in to pick it up, then shot him and put it on him.
Damn.
Is my mum Liam Neeson himself? Do you understand why I am the way I am now? I wasn't allowed away with fucking anything.
Taking the piss.
Starring Sandra Norman.
Taking the piss.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want.
But I'll fucking bitch.
But I'll fucking get you.
If you take me up to you.
If you take me up them fucking stairs, don't have me come up them stairs. And she said, you took my daughter. She held the pistol between his eyes and she said, now I'm taking you to the police or I'm going to shoot you between your fucking eyes. Which is it you want? She takes him to the police. And he goes, and he sings like a canary.
Beautiful.
Starts giving names into the police and she's like,
Yeah, but
this was just the beginning. Because over the next couple of years, in that sting, when she got the names from the police, the police were like, oh yeah, we're going to take care of this. And she was like, no, you won't.
Yeah.
So she spends the next couple of years. She doesn't do this over weeks. She does this over years.
Yeah.
And she lets them know she's coming one by one. And everybody's on the lookout for who is this bitch, who is this bitch, who is this bitch.
Yeah.
And she gets, I think, up to, I think she gets 17 over from 2012 to 2017.
Good.
She gets 17 cartel members. And then, unfortunately, because revenge does have a cost,
Yeah.
in 2017, on Mother's Day, when Miriam came out to get her post, she was gunned down in her yard and she was shot 12 times. And the assailants were never found. But that is the story
That's a
of
great
Miriam, whose war did not end just because the police gave up and the whole town turned
she was
her
reunited with
and her daughter in the
on
end.
Mother's Day.
But because her actions...
And they say the cartel's heartless.
Yeah. She died that day. Miriam died that day on Mother's Day, but her war didn't stop.
Okay.
Because her actions inspired so many other families who lost loved ones, who felt abandoned by the system and who were just so taken by her courage to fight back. And they actually ended up erecting a statue in her honour in the town.
Nice.
And
Did they go after the cartel?
there is a lot of actual organisations now. There's organisations now that help protect families like Miriam's of victims of violent crime and stuff like that, where they can come in and protect them, and maybe also support some legal costs as well, where they are trying to find the murderers of, because there's so many people who have gone missing in these towns in Mexico where they are never spoken of again. And the families are now, because of Miriam, fighting all their own cases.
Damn.
And that is the story of the Mother's Day revenge of Miriam Elizabeth Rodriguez Martinez. I got it.
Very good.
But yeah, this is the feckin' agony aunt section. Before we get into it, I want to do one Irish creator. Now, this isn't a small Irish creator, but it is a pretty cool one. And we actually have one of their cards on the table right now. Mom, pick that up there. My mom is the biggest Tina Turner fan and it's her karaoke song. And I ordered this card. It's got a gorgeous, for audio listeners, it's got a gorgeous little cartoon caricature of Tina Turner, and on the front it says, "Tina never lies, you're simply the best." And that was her Mother's Day card. They're called How Rad Studios. We'll put the little link right here. And they do like cards, they do key rings. A lot of my friends have gotten me the key rings. They got me the Fuck the Patriarchy one. They have like, they're so good with keeping up with pop culture and meme references. So I always get my cards from How Rad Studios. But my mum liked that one so much. We got it 3 years ago. She keeps it on the mantelpiece. Right, look, we'll get into it. We have 2 little mini dilemmas.
Yes.
I thought it would be fun to get Mum's advice on it. So this is the Mother's Day advice. So we've got a real mammy. Mammy in on the agony aunt section.
How many years are you experienced in mammy years?
In mammy years. 32.
32.
That's how old I am.
32.
Yeah. 32. So my mum's, you're probably like the first person I go to for advice if it's not something illegal I've done. In which case I'll go to Anthony.
No, it's just agreeing, not my head.
He's like, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool. That sounds great. Do not make me an accessory. So the first one is coming in from a Mary. Their real name is beside it, so don't say their real name.
Oh, yes,
but
yes,
I just
yes.
put their name and their age for reference, just so we can get a vibe for who we're talking about. So this is 27-year-old Mary. Okay, so dear Caroline and Anthony, I went on 3 amazing dates with a guy and I thought we really had a connection. He told me he wasn't seeing anyone else and even mentioned planning a future trip together in a couple of weeks. Then poof, he vanishes. No reply, no explanation, and I feel really stupid for believing him. I've actually been there. I fucking hate it. I hate believing someone and then being like, oh, I fucking knew it at the beginning. Sorry. No, kidding. Should I message him one last time or just accept I got ghosted? Mary. What do you think, Mum?
A good clairvoyant wouldn't even get in contact with him now at this stage.
No.
Damn.
No, Mary, did you hear that?
That's common sense.
That's common sense. You've always been, like, growing up, if I was going out on dates or anything like that, my mom was, because, like, first of all, I was a bitch. I would go on dates with someone and be like, yeah, I really like them. And my mum would be like, oh, grand. And the very next day she'd go, oh, we got out with your man again. And I'd be like, no.
Don't like him.
Don't like him. And she'd be like, Caroline, you can't do that to someone. And I'm like, I can do whatever I want. And then the opposite had happened, and she'd be like, see that little bollocks now? Don't you see that little bollocks now? Won't you let him make a fucking show of you there now? She, like, I think as a woman scorned.
Don't.
Yeah.
Do not buy running shoes.
Why?
Oh! That's a good line.
Why?
That's a good line.
You don't have to.
That's a good line.
Don't buy running shoes.
Joe, that don't go chasing waterfalls. If we can replace that with the lyrics.
Chasing waterfalls.
There's no point.
Don't even buy shoes and runners running after them. No. That was the bit
Let
where
him go.
let him
That was
go.
like judgment.
Be like Elsa.
Let him
Let
go.
it
Okay, so no, I wouldn't. No, to be fair, I wouldn't.
Bangers.
Bangers.
Coming out with bangers.
Bam, 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 one after the other. Be like Elsa. No, I would be inclined to agree. I wouldn't fuck it. I'd be like, just let them. Because you know what the gas thing is? He will message at some point in a couple of weeks and be like, oh, hey, I fell asleep.
I'd say yeah, and then when he comes out, just don't be where he says you're going to be.
Oh, yeah. Stand him up.
Stand him up.
Stand him up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'll stand him up.
No, when he'd message, I'd go, who's this?
Oh. New phone, who this?
New phone.
No,
who's
I wouldn't even go new phone.
Who's
I
this?
would just go,
Who's
sorry,
this?
do I know you?
Sorry, who's this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's this your name was?
Indifference.
Yeah.
He'd probably
Yeah,
think
but
you're in an
cold as
accent.
ice.
And then, oh yeah. Oh no, sure.
That's a cold bitch.
Probably-
I've moved on, sorry.
That's pain.
I'm actually married with 3 kids. I know that was 4 weeks ago, but you missed out.
You missed it.
You missed out.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Right, here. Do you want to move on? Do you want to read the second one?
Sure, I'll
Go on.
try.
Go for it.
Hey guys, I love my boyfriend, but his relationship with his mother is.
She just went, "Blah."
But his relationship with his mother is intense.
Okay.
She still does his laundry, calls him every day, and insists on approving his haircuts. We've been together 2 years, but I feel like I'm dating both of them. How do I bring up with him without causing a war? This is from Paddy.
Paddy's 31.
31. 31 Paddy is.
So Paddy, come here now, Paddy. You're 31 years of age.
Because there's no one doing it for Paddy.
What do you mean?
Paddy has to do it all on his own. Like, obviously Paddy's mommy's not doing his washing. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you think?
Yeah, I do Ian's washing.
Yeah, but like these two people are living together and stuff.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to ask. Are they living together?
They're living
Or
together.
are they just going out together?
Living
No,
together.
they're living together, these two lads, by
That's a bit
the email.
now, that's
Like
a
if you're going around to your ma's getting your washing done, and then
Then that's his mum's fault, not his.
Wow. Okay.
That's his mum's
Yeah, because
fault.
she's egging that on. She's keeping that.
because
well, you're
like,
facilitating it.
if, like my son moved out, if he came to me with a bag of washing, I would say laundry is down the road.
Yeah.
Off you go.
Yeah.
Unless your washing machine was broken, in which
Yeah.
case you'd
Of
be like,
course,
you'd be
that's
like
it.
not work away. Like,
Yeah.
I just thought of actually okay, I'm gonna tell you a story now, and it's true story. And I'm going to try and keep it as anonymous as possible because this was back when I was working as a beautician. So this was told to me by a client. And she'd just come back from a wedding in Spain the month before. I'd done her spray tan going to it, right? And I was like, well, how'd you get on in Spain, blah, 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 whatever. And and she was like, oh my God, you're not going to believe it. The bride called the wedding off the night before. And I was like, you're fucking joking me. Called the wedding off the night before. She said, why, what happened? Did she get cold feet or what? Or like whatever. And she goes, now listen, this is what all went through the wedding, right? And we were like, oh my God, was he having an affair? Was he cheating? So they'd gone to the rehearsal. Like, you know, we go down, your auntie's getting married, they're planning their wedding and all that, you know, going to the rehearsal and all that jazz, whatever. They were like running through bits and pieces. They've gone to a destination wedding. So some of the guests were like, I'm going down, you know, some people went down to the bar, some people went to the beach, whatever. Everyone's kind of all relaxing the night before. Bride and groom go upstairs, their separate rooms, whatever. They're going to get like a good night's sleep and whatever, and this, that and the other. Bride goes to get something off the groom. She forgot that he had packed it in her suitcase, and she walks in, and she walks in, and the mama was there, and the mum was breastfeeding him. I swear to God on my fucking niece's life, that is the story I was told.
How are you feeling your
And
son?
she said that it's gotten to the point that I don't even know where the people are from, because the salon was in Dublin. And this wedding guest, is from Dublin, I think, as well, but doesn't even live in Dublin anymore. But I don't know where the couple are from. And then I heard that it was a couple from Offaly. And I was like, that couldn't possibly be, because my mum would fucking hear it.
No, I would know.
You'd know. But could you imagine? What would you do? You walk Bitty.
Bitty, yeah, that's what I was thinking of, Little Britain.
Yeah,
Bitty,
Bitty, not Bitty now, Bitty later.
What the
Yeah, I
hell?
swear to God, you walked in and she was breastfeeding her own son.
How do you even...
And then he was in his fucking 30s.
How do you...
Apparently, the way it all came out that they'd been doing it all along. They kind of, I think, it was like something to do. He said that it wasn't a sexual thing whatsoever. That it was something that when he was really anxious and he would be really stressed out,
onto the tip.
Yeah, he would just suck it.
That's it.
Yeah, not their mother's shit.
That's it.
She's worse. She's worse for doing it.
The mother's
But
clearly a control freak or something.
But could
She
you
loves
imagine
that.
going back over all the times he's like, I'm just popping up to Mammy's. And he was getting a little...
And then coming out and giving her a kiss.
Yeah! Milky
A bit of milk on it. Here's a bit white. Oh, sorry, got you up.
Oh,
That
oh,
wasn't a up. That wasn't a up.
Yup, how with that?
Right, okay, we'll get into it. This is the big one. Okay, so this is the big submission, and we're all going to jump in on this. We're going to take it from our advice, our point of view, and we're going to have Mam chime in on it, and we'll get a mam's perspective. Okay? Okay. Dear Anjo and Casa, I love it. Thank you for the nickname. I have been dating my boyfriend for about 6 months, and last weekend I got to meet the family for the first time, and I met the dad. Lovely man, very polite, and it all went well. But here's the problem. I've actually met him before on Tinder.
Oh.
The dad's single.
So, yes. Yes, it goes like this.
Okay. Yeah, that's grand then.
Yeah.
Okay.
She explains it. She says, we matched about a year ago and we messaged. Nothing happened and we never actually met up, but we definitely had a little flirt. I'm 37. so she's kind of like, she's in between the stage where you can date like the son and the dad.
Yeah, she's entitled to. Yeah,
Like I'm 32 and like I would date older
older men.
Yeah, listen, not like a man around the house, I had to go find them.
Every time you mention men, I'm allergic.
They matched a year ago, blah, 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 blah. She said she remembers the dad telling her he was separated and going through the process of a divorce and looking for a fresh start, and he was just starting to date. My boyfriend never mentioned that his parents were separated and that his dad was single. So I never put two and two together until I walked into the house and nearly passed out. We recognised each other immediately and I could see it in his eyes that he knew me. Oh, Jesus, that's fucking awkward. What would you do? You walk in and then you're like...
And Nicola walks into the house, first time I ever met her. She sees me dad. She goes, I know him.
And she goes,
and you met him on Tinder.
Met him on Tinder.
Fast forward a few years.
Yeah.
And you have kids.
Right.
And your son brings this girl home.
Yeah.
And you've matched with her on Tinder.
Yeah. Well, one, I'd have to explain to Nicola why the fuck I was on Tinder. and two,
it's the future. Nicola has left you.
In the future, she's copped on, she's left me.
No.
Yeah, she's copped on, she left me.
No.
And I'm a single man, right? And
you're raising your two kids.
I'd look at the son and say, your dad's got a game. You know what I mean? Your dad's got a game.
Your daddy gonna do it.
Your daddy's got a game.
Your daddy gonna do it.
Like, you can't help it. Like.
And that's the bit where you fucking hit the jukebox and father figure comes on. I will be your father figure. We haven't said a word to each other about it, but every time we make eye contact, it's like a silent mutual agreement that we will never fucking speak about it again. I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to do. Do I tell my boyfriend? Or do I take this to my grave? Please help, I don't know what to do. That's Mary, 37.
I think, Mary,
6
you should
months
ask the dad.
No. Stop making everything sexy.
No, I'm not. Listen, you should ask the dad, right, sit down, have a talk with him on their own. And when his own and say, we obviously know what this is, blah, blah.
We'll never talk about it.
Never either talk about this again.
No, never talk about it.
Like, more than likely, they're not going to last. Like, you never know.
I actually don't think there's... here's the thing, right? I would never say a fucking thing. It doesn't matter, because it happened... First of all, it happened before you even knew your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not your fault.
It's not, yeah.
It's just that Tinder is a fucking box of rats just crawling all over each other.
Yes.
It's horrible and sticky and everyone's mean. I don't like it.
Yes. But I go on. Go ahead.
I went, do you remember on the dating site?
Yes. Which?
Not too long ago.
Oh, yeah.
And messages were coming in and so this lad message.
This was Valentine's Day. Do you remember you were thinking about you said you wouldn't mind going on a date and then we put you on one?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So this lad messaged me. Now, didn't pick, well, I found out after it was a different picture.
Oh,
So
shit.
chatting away, bit of banter back and forth, great laugh. And he said, I'm a bit younger than what his profile said.
Okay, so for listeners, how old are you, Mum?
I'm 55.
Okay, so you're 55.
And I think his profile said 47.
Okay.
Which is young for me.
Yeah, that's a bit of a cougar move
And
now.
he was going, but I'm a bit younger than
Oh, shit.
What I said. So
And
what,
I
like how
said,
much younger?
how much younger? And he said, I'm 27.
Oh, for
shit.
fuck's sake!
Do you like younger guys? I said, I've got kids older than you. I don't even like them. So,
Oh.
block, gone.
Gone
Came
straight
off
away.
it
That's
straight
it.
away.
It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
hard
Scary,
to realise
isn't
that
it?
your mom is like not
So
only...
like, he was, had a picture up
Scary.
and obviously wasn't him.
Yeah,
Had his profile up as 47.
yeah.
Bio probably not even true.
And he's actually at home doing his leaving cert maths project.
Yeah,
At 27 years of age.
He's actually 18.
yeah.
But in this situation, I don't... Okay, first of all, there's no reason to tell your boyfriend. And if the dad's not going to... If the dad's not going to say anything, you're not going to say anything.
Say
No,
no.
but there's no need to tell the boyfriend while he's your 6 months boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Unless you're a year, 2 years down the line.
I still wouldn't tell him.
I don't think I would.
No, I wouldn't tell him.
No, if she was with him 2-3 years.
Yeah.
and say had messaged the dad before that.
Yeah.
You know.
Like,
That might throw that. But imagine going through 2-3 years of a relationship and then next of all your partner turns
By the
around to
way.
you and says that, by the way, your ma or your dad, I messaged him on Tinder before and we were chatting back and forth. I just didn't want to say it because we were fresh. Like all that time of him spending that, like 2-3 years.
and not telling me.
That could literally turn someone off straight away and end the relationship.
That I
and
would be
wasting that-
really
easier
pissed off.
wasting them many
No,
years.
I'd be pissed
you know.
off.
Yeah, no,
I wouldn't.
you
I
know
wouldn't. I don't think. I think. Listen, unless
Unless they had met.
Yeah, it was only
now,
text.
now
It was only
if
text.
you'd gone on the date with the dad, then I would say it. But you haven't even met him. You only just matched on Tinder.
But then the son there was always going to think, will my dad ever try to hit on my...
Yeah, he was saying, yeah, exactly. So there's no reason because he obviously finds.
between them.
Yeah,
and then-
because
and around the dad and the
Yeah,
son's
because he obviously
relationship,
finds the
you
woman
can't be that.
attractive.
You can't be the reason, you know.
yeah, he obviously finds her attractive. Okay, so I'd say speak now or forever hold your peace, babe.
I think you should speak.
Okay,
That's my
Okay,
opinion.
we'll vote on it. Who thinks she should speak?
Me.
So the two of you think she should just say
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna say it, just say, look, it was before we met. I don't want it to be awkward. Nothing actually happened. We only had a chat. Don't even go into the details of the conversation. Just say, but like I just said, I would mention it.
Yeah.
But
That's why
At one point I thought I could ride your
That's why I
father.
picked you, because you look like your dad.
oh my god! And now that you think about it,
That's a good one.
have you ever heard of an Eiffel Tower?
Oh my god, do you ever want to go to France?
Never want to go to
Oui,
France.
bonjour.
No, I'm not saying that to my mum. I'm not explaining that.
So is that it for the episode then?
I
is
think
it?
that's it for the
Oh my God.
episode. We did pretty good.
We did do
We
pretty
kept
good.
it tight this week.
We did.
Make sure to rate, review, subscribe, and
Yes.
also this episode is coming out on Friday. There is still tickets available for the DLR gig with the Crack Dealers. I will be performing on Saturday night. Doors are at 8 o'clock, and we will leave the link below as well.
Yes.
Any gigs you want to plug?
Friday.
Plug?
No, this Friday when the podcast comes out, I'm performing in Columbia Bar. That's it.
Oh my god, that's it. He said
Just the
the
Columbia.
last. Actually, you were here the last time Anthony played Columbia. What did everyone say after Anthony left? They were like, "Where's the real comedian from Dublin?" The you got lighter. You got lighter. If you don't know what that is, go down to Columbia Bar in Mullingar. Check out Anthony's set. This has been What's Your Feckin' Problem. Thank you so much, Mammy.
You're very welcome.
And thank you so much, listeners. Rate, review, subscribe, do whatever you want. Love one another. All of that jazz.
Stay away from your
World peace.
partner's dad.
And stay away from your partner's dad. And don't go into strangers' house if they ask you for
And
Nesquik.
definitely don't buy running shoes.
Don't buy running shoes. Goodbye.
There you go. And that
That's it.
podcast is done.
That's it.